Don't do that. Okay, we've seen what's happened.
So that's me in the grey jacket getting told off by a police officer, specifically looking at me, telling me he knows exactly what's happened. Don't do that. What have I done? Let's have a look.
Hey, stop! Don't drive into people!
Okay, don't do that. Okay, we've seen what's happened.
So apparently he saw precisely what happened. Apparently I slammed my hand on the bonnet. As you can see, if you were looking, unlike this police officer, I had my hands out because this car refused to stop, which they're obligated to do because we're conducting a protest, trying to obstruct the vehicles and stop them so that for a moment we can bear witness to the animals who are being transported into this livestock market, where they'll be sold on to be further exploited and then later killed.
So there we have PC 2333 Tom Fox, who, believe it or not, is usually one of the less terrible police officers, caught in a lie. He claims to have seen my friend Elle slap the bonnet of the car that he'd allowed to drive into her, but that was an obvious lie because it was me. And personally, I think that's a pretty reasonable response to people being assaulted with a deadly weapon, especially when the police are standing back doing absolutely nothing. But of course, I wouldn't expect any better because the police will always value property over people and will always side with fellow abusers. Anyway, it looks like I was keeping quiet and letting Elle take the blame, but really it just took me a minute to tune into what was being said and realise what he was accusing her of. When I openly admitted it was me and not her who had slapped the bonnet, he didn't even apologise for his lie, though he did totally contradict himself by admitting he didn't actually see who'd done it. It just goes to show how quickly and naturally lying comes to these people.
You don't need to do that.
What do you think you're doing driving into people? Oi! Right, so are you going to arrest him for that?
Who was filming that?
I was filming it. You need to arrest him.
My hands up.
Someone smacked the bonnet.
Yeah, who was it?
Excuse me, God, how dare you stop a car driving into you?
I didn't slam it.
Outrageous. No, that was me. I slapped it.
Yeah, feeling, Frank. Show me where I slammed my hands down on the road. Thank you.
It was me, so maybe you should apologise to her. It was me who slapped the car.
Yeah.
Sergeant, I just told you it was me and not her.
Yeah, right, so who did it then?
I just told you it was me, so you owe her an apology.
And this other girl.
You didn't see her do it because it was me.
Yeah, just tell me who slammed the door. Who slammed it?
You owe her an
You need
apology.
to do something there.
What?
Because
If they're going to drive
said
into
to
me,
me,
they're
let's
not
be
going to
fair,
tap
you
me.
came up to me and said, do not do that.
I'm getting blamed.
I'll be honest,
Right.
someone
We're gonna need
smacked
to
the
start
bonnet.
moving.
I didn't hear.
Right the way back to the man, mate.
I just...
See why I'm being annoyed though.
Come on.
Yeah, why are you letting him go? Did he apologise?
Really funny how it changes from, oh, we saw what happened, don't do that, to, I've got to be honest with you, I don't know what happened.
Don't do that. Okay, we've seen what's happened. To be honest,
Right.
someone
We're gonna need
smacked
to
the
start
bonnet.
moving.
I didn't hear.
The police in Norfolk are heavily incompetent. That seems to be a problem across the board though. Later, I did have another discussion with him mentioning the fact that I didn't actually get an apology for him having a go at me for something I, one, didn't even do, and secondly, shouldn't the main problem be that the car is supposed to stop when there are people on the road and the person driving it refused to do so? They very much know we're there and they consistently carry on driving into us, supposedly to mess with us, and the fact that they do it so consistently probably shows that they believe they can get away with it, which they very much can, because of course nothing came of this person driving into us.